She doesn't even go here.
Yesterday I did Gucci, and today Fendi, so
it's hot.
Hey, it's Nikki Jensen.
And Brie Piccone.
And we're Late to the Party, a weekly podcast about film, fashion, and pop culture from two best friends mentally in a straight-to-video Mary-Kate and Ashley romp.
Always.
Mentally. There forever.
Yeah. There's so many places you can go, too.
You can go to London.
Paris.
Australia.
Is there anywhere else?
Celebrating your Sweet 16.
New York.
New York in a New York Minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's our theatrical release. We're mentally there, too. With Eugene Levy.
Oh, always. Always with Eugene Levy.
Truly. But yeah, today we are discussing the Olsen twins. We're also going to talk about quiet luxury in the row and how the Olsens are still influencing us today, even though I don't know if they exactly want to be in the public eye.
I don't think they really do. They're like...
But we're never letting go.
Never.
Yeah. We're also going to revisit Our Lips Are Sealed.
Yes. An underrated movie, I feel. And maybe, dare I say, better than Tomb Raider, because we just watched Tomb Raider last week. So
it's better. The Olsens were onto something.
Mm-hmm.
Actors of our generation.
Yes.
Style icons for sure.
Definitely. I can't wait to talk about the style.
Yes. Well, let's get into it then. Let's talk about Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Which I can never tell them apart. I gotta say, I don't know who's who. I
can tell, but it's just their essence. And they are fraternal twins, so they're not identical.
Right. That blew my mind. But, I think as they got older, they looked slightly less the same.
Well, now you can
definitely tell. Yeah.
Yeah. As fabulous as Mary-Kate is, you definitely, she looks about 10 years older than Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
No shade. Just
tea.
Just tea. But it's all the cigarettes they smoke. Don't smoke. Or do.
It depends. Whatever you're going for.
Oh my God.
If you want to have a wedding with ashtrays at every table,
that's iconic.
Do you?
Have you seen the Think 1994 ashtrays they've been selling?
No.
It's a picture of Mary-Kate and Ashley now, and it's the Mary-Kate and ashtray.
Oh, that's classy. I like it.
I like it too. I don't even smoke and I wanted it, but they were sold out very fast.
Dang.
But they're geniuses. If we could ever manifest I think it's two people on the pod, it'd be those guys.
Yeah. Let's make it happen. Maybe they can save us an ashtray.
Yes. Either that or I feel like we could start our own little museum out of our apartment.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a closet where we're like, come on in. Look at my hit clips.
Yeah.
That's what I do when people come over anyways. So
I love it. I love your hit clip collection.
Thank you.
You must be proud.
I'm very proud. They're my children. But what was I going to say? Oh, can I tell everyone what I wanted to call this podcast episode, but I know we can't?
Yes, tell us.
Okay, so there's a Spotify playlist called Doing Coke with the Olsen Twins, and I think that'd be a great title for a podcast. Mm-hmm. I get why we can't. But just saying.
Mm-hmm. Don't want to give people the wrong idea. Or maybe do.
I know. Well, now that we're with Hurrdat, I feel like...
Right. We don't want to get too spicy.
No, just spicy enough.
Yeah.
Without getting them sued. Or us sued.
That playlist slaps, though, by the way.
Truly. There's some, Cigarettes After Sex. There's, A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
It is. Well, first let's just talk about the Olsen twins. I feel like they're such a seminal part of my childhood.
Yes.
But yeah, they were born June 13th, 1986. Which in my mind, they're still maybe 25.
Oh, yeah. That's weird. They were born in the 80s?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess they were doing Full House, so that makes sense. It's just in my mind, they've always been around.
No, I mean, like, I was a Mary-Kate and Ashley girly growing up.
Same.
Like, I watched Full House reruns. Like, I wasn't even aware that it was off the air.
I didn't know that either.
Because they played, like, throughout the 90s and probably early 2000s, they played reruns of Full House so much. I totally thought that it was just like a show on the air.
I did too. I thought those were new episodes that I was watching. So you're telling me, wait, when did that show stop?
I think it was like 87 to 95. So totally we like missed. We were late to that party.
Yeah. Wow. I feel like my life's been a lie. I really, my sense of time, my sense of the Olsen twins.
Yeah. Well, they were like babies, like months old when they were cast as Michelle.
Those girls have been working like all their lives.
All their life. Well, then they totally capitalized on their success as Michelle Tanner. But they like started Dual Star. So they did all these straight to video.
Very successful
movies.
Though.
Very much so. I remember The Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, where they could solve any crime by dinner time.
Yes. I remember you and I would like binge Mary-Kate and Ashley. The pizza party.
Oh my God, their sleepover.
Yeah.
That tape just where they're pulling it an all-nighter.
I feel like that was literally us all the time as kids too, pulling all-nighters. You never wanted to sleep. They were on to something. They tapped into like that kid brain that just, you know what I mean? Like they put things into words.
Well, they were like actually, I mean, now that I know, not at the time as young, I don't know, in my mind, because they were so young when they were doing these like videos and had all the books and movies, it was like an actual kid. Like these were actually kids, which we didn't get a lot in media at that time. So
right. And they were speaking directly to us.
They were like brother for sale. I don't have a brother, but like if I did, I'd want to like put them at a yard sale.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, that one, that's iconic and savage.
Yes, like only like 50 cents.
That's kind of messed up.
But like from their hit like straight to video movies and their books, they also in the early 2000s, late 90s, they had 2 TV shows. What are they called? There was So Little Time, because I was obsessed with that one, and the one before it, Two of a Kind.
Two of a Kind. How do I not know of this? Like, I don't think I partook in those shows.
Believe they were on ABC Family.
Really?
But like So Little Time was my show for like a hot second.
What did they do like in So Little Time? Were they like solving crimes?
No, they were just being tweens.
Yeah.
Just living life being tweens.
Getting into trouble.
Yeah, like wearing cool clothes. Because like the early 2000s Olsen's is kind of their peak.
Right.
They had the clothing line. They like took over Walmart.
They did. Which their fits, honestly, like I looked at those, like their first clothing line. The cute outfits.
So cute. It just had a chokehold on tween girls. Or like little girls. Can I just list off their like empire of stuff?
Go for it.
Okay, so they had makeup and cosmetics. That includes perfume. They had a clothing line.
Yes.
They sold shampoo and conditioner. They had a Mary-Kate and Ashley blow dryer, a magazine, a jewelry line, their own Barbie dolls, books, Valentine's, toothpaste, video games, board games, bedding, telephones.
I do remember the video games. Didn't you have one of them?
Yes.
Right? Like for Game Boy or something?
Okay. It was the Mary-Kate and Ashley for Game Boy Advance or just Game Boy, but I put it in my Advance. Get a Clue.
Get a Clue.
But they had plenty more.
Yeah.
There was like Horse One.
There was like a lot of them. Yeah. I feel like fashion was like a part of it too, and some of them.
Yes.
I don't know. Wild.
Well, they were known for their fashion, but it's also crazy because like now that I'm thinking about it, they made the Olsens in the 2000s like twin Barbie dolls. Like, you know how Barbie, there's like Malibu Barbie, and Barbie is a doctor.
Yeah.
Barbie is an equestrian. Like the Olsens also were put in each costume.
You're right. Probably to sell to like whatever, I guess, sells.
Whatever you want to be.
Whatever you want to be, yeah.
But they had a proper empire. What was your relationship with Mary-Kate and Ashley back in the day?
Okay, well, I'm with you with like Full House, watching the reruns that I thought was like live TV. And then the movies, of course, the straight to DVDs. I don't think I've watched any of their TV shows. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of their dolls or merch. I don't know why. I'm surprised I didn't have like a Mary-Kate and Ashley video game, you know?
I know, me too.
Because I was really into gaming.
You were such a gamer girl.
I was just playing serious games like Batman,
The Godfather.
The Godfather. I also grew up without cable, so I think that was maybe part of it for me. Is like my foray into Mary-Kate and Ashley was like always at a friend's house.
Me. Probably me.
Yeah, it was pretty much you. So I just remember being influenced by them a lot though.
And for me, they are the blueprint.
Yeah. I mean, they were before like Lizzie McGuire too, right? Like, because I feel like they have this similar thing where they break the fourth wall a lot in like their movies or maybe in the show too. I don't know. But like
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? They're like thinking, like they tell you their thoughts and they're always causing mischief, which for me, I was like, yes, bet. I want to cause some mischief.
For sure. I mean, I can talk a little more about Mary-Kate and Ashley in the 2000s because that was running simultaneously. Like their empire was at its peak, like 2001 to 2002, which is also when Lizzie McGuire came out. And I was at this ripe old age where I wasn't a tween yet, but I was like heavily influenced and I wanted to be a tween. Like, you know, that like middle age of like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Like,
you feel like you have some sense or something.
Yeah, like these really like seminal ages where you're just like absorbing things, where you're like an actual person, but you're like trying to develop a personality. I, for better or for worse, had like the Olsen twins and Hilary Duff as Lizzie McGuire to
look up to
inform my DNA.
Yeah, same.
And even before that, Full House. I feel like Full House raised me.
Yeah. Uncle Jesse.
Okay, that was my first love. I remember having like a diary, like a fuzzy diary, and being like, I'm in love with Uncle Jesse.
Oh, that's cute.
Which John Stamos can still get it. So
he's hot. Yeah. Hey. We were all in love with Uncle Jesse.
For sure.
Yeah.
Low key, also, like looking at reruns now, Danny Tanner, like young Bob Saget, is my type.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say the other uncle. Who going to throw me a curveball and be like, I don't even remember his name.
Uncle Joey.
Uncle Joey, yeah.
But like, you know, allegedly, You Oughta Know by Alanis Morrisette is about him.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he date Alanis Morissette?
Briefly.
Wait, really?
He says it's about him. Alanis denies it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, if I dated Alanis and she wrote a song, then yeah, I probably would be like, nah, it's about me.
But if I was Alanis Morissette and wrote this song about Uncle Joey, I would also deny it.
You deny it. He left a mess when he went away. Yeah, I want to dig deeper now.
I don't. I do not. I don't want to know anything else about going down on anyone in a theater, especially Uncle Joey.
Is that in the song?
Yes.
Oh my God, how have I not known? Okay, yeah, I feel like that's one of those songs that you sing along and you never really listen to the lyrics. You're just like, yeah.
Oh no, I listen to all those lyrics.
Wow.
But then sometimes I'm like feeling it and I'm like, yeah. And then sometimes I think about the myth about it being about Uncle Joey and I have that like 1,000-yard stare where I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
Traumatized.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to I don't know. I feel like next time I listen to this song, it might be ruined.
You'll never be the same.
I'll never be the same. Oh, so what were we talking about? I'm sorry, Uncle Joe.
Full House.
Full House.
Full House raised me.
Yeah.
Were you a Full House or a Seventh Heaven girly?
Oh no, Full House, Hundo P. I never saw Seventh Heaven, but recently, for some reason, in my TikTok feed,
Me too.
Seventh Heaven's been popping up, and I definitely want to watch because it seems so absurd. Like some of the episodes, like the issues that they're tackling, and the dad seems kind of problematic.
Well, that dad in real life
is problematic.
I think is like a pervert. Seventh Heaven, all the morals. Good thing I was a Full House girly.
I know, jeez, that's horrible. Wow.
But back to the Olsens.
Back to the Olsens.
Mary-Kate and Ashley movies raised me.
Yeah, I feel like we would watch them together a lot. Like we'd have sleepovers and just like marathon them and just live. I feel like we would be living in that fantasy land, whatever the movie was. We were just fully in.
For sure. I remember loving Billboard Dad as a kid.
I'm like trying to remember that one.
Don't remember the plot, but it is that VHS where they are painting a billboard and they're like,
yeah. What was that one about?
Helping their dad do something. Oh, they're like find love, I think.
Find love. Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, that was a jam. Passport to Paris.
Passport to Paris was my jam.
And Winning London, I really loved as a kid.
Yeah, that one and New York Minute. I think I owned New York Minute.
I totally did. I went to see that in the movie theaters because it was like an event.
Nice. That's well. So some of them did get released in theaters. Just New York Minute.
Just New York Minute.
Huh.
Everything else was like straight to video, straight to DVD.
Wow.
But
that's it. You know, it's like they worked backwards in a way. You know how some things you start out as a movie star, maybe then your things go straight to DVD. Maybe you get a TV show if you're lucky. They've kind of like done it a different way, but it's worked.
Well, because they quit acting after New York Minute. They were like, we're retired. We're going to go to NYU.
Right. And then now they have a clothing brand that they've had since, 2006?
Well, they also had like Elizabeth and James and The Row simultaneously.
Oh, yeah. Elizabeth and James.
Great perfume scents. Those Nirvana scents.
I almost forgot about that.
Which I still have. I will never part with.
They smell great.
Oh, and you could layer them together. They had a white one and a black one.
Do they still? They don't do that anymore.
Elizabeth and James had folded, so.
Dang.
But The Row.
They don't have perfumes though, do they? Bring back the perfumes.
For real. Did you have any, like back in the day, Olsen twins paraphernalia?
I feel like, not really. I don't know why. Like, I think maybe I had like a t-shirt, like a Mary-Kate and Ashley something. I don't know if it was one from Walmart, maybe. I wasn't that sophisticated. I don't know. But I'm like, why not? I'm surprised. Because I had like Hilary Duff. I remember when she did her thing at Target.
Stuff by Hilary Duff.
Stuff by Hilary Duff. I feel like I had like a t-shirt, like a Mary-Kate and Ashley something, but I didn't have like the dolls. I think I only owned one of their movies. I don't know. I don't know why though. I don't have a good excuse.
I cannot say the same. I had clothes. I had their perfume. I remember shampoo and conditioner of theirs. I had the blow dryer. I had the Barbie dolls. I had the books. I had the movies.
You were fully in on this lifestyle.
I was. Yeah. I was possessed. It was just
possessed by the Olsens.
Yes. It was just what Dual Star wanted. That's how you infiltrate the youth. Is you start with maybe kids can't go to the movies. Maybe their parents, but you could go to Blockbuster or you could buy a DVD, a VHS.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's how they infiltrated the system.
Right. No, I get it. I'm just like, oh man, I don't know why I didn't. Now I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of jelly.
I wish I still had it.
What do you mean? Like the shampoos?
Yes.
Just for show?
Yes.
You could.
I've considered I have a lot of like things where if I had more disposable income, it'd be very dangerous. Maybe that's why the universe has kept me humble.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like buying Mary-Kate and Ashley shampoo and conditioner on eBay.
Do you still have the dolls though? Because I remember you had the dolls. You don't?
Maybe.
I
mean, I personally don't, but maybe my mom.
Gotcha.
She saved a lot, so.
I would hope so. I feel like the dolls would be like worth something, or just like a cool thing to display.
Yes. No, Brie, if I like had them in my possession, they'd be right there.
Yeah.
On that shelf. But yeah, so like after New York Minute, they retire and go to NYU. I should say also, air quotes. They kind of go to NYU for like a semester or two. But this is like peak style icon.
Yes. So this I do remember. I do remember like when they were style icons, and I remember in like magazines, you would always see them like out and about. And well, they did have their like kind of like a boho phase, right?
They arguably invented like boho chic as we know it now. Like them and like Sienna Miller.
Like the big bags. The layers.
Yes.
They had like that phase, and then they had their like, they looked like they were kind of like coked up for better.
They probably were.
What is that? Like, indie. That's not indie sleeves, is it?
No.
What do you call that? Like,
it's indie sleeves adjacent. Like, are
smoky eyes? Like, you know what I mean? Like they had
the ultimate style icon era of theirs.
Yes.
They'd have ludicrously capacious bags. But like the Birkin that's like destroyed.
The destroyed Birkin.
Their Starbucks in hand, cigarettes in hand, just like draped in fabric essentially.
Is that quiet luxury?
I believe so. Like
an old beat up Birkin?
Well, are we going to get into quiet luxury? Because I have some hot takes.
Ooh, I want to hear your hot takes. Yeah, let's get into it.
Mary-Kate and Ashley style, late 2000s, is not quiet luxury as we know it today, because I feel like that has way too much personality. I think quiet luxury nowadays is a very like classist thing, but it's also boring. It's the most beige thing in the world. And I don't think that's what the row set out. I know that's not what the row set out to do. And I know like it's kind of that thing. Have you seen that Ricky Thompson TikTok where he's like, if you have to yell you're the main character, you're not the main character?
Yeah.
Like if you're participating in quiet luxury to the degree like a lot of girlies now are doing.
Oh, you're like, look at me. I'm quiet luxury. Look at this outfit, y'all.
Yeah, you are not. You're not.
I think it's...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I was going to say, do you think it's like an attitude? Like if you were wearing something that's like quiet luxury and you just go out, it's not a big deal. But if you're like showing it off, then it's not... Well, that's not really quiet. That takes the quiet part out of...
I think it's an excuse to dress boring.
Really?
If I'm being honest. I mean,
I see.
I don't know. I know this trend, it's like the biggest trend of 2023. And a lot of it is like Chevrolet in Succession and like Sophia Richie, like Sophia Richie's wedding and Gwyneth Paltrow's courtroom fashion.
Yeah. But that's not super accessible, is it? When you think about it.
No, have you seen how much the row costs?
Yeah, like it's not like a trend. How can you really call it a trend? Or I guess you could call it a celebrity trend, but
I mean, people are dipping into the trend.
I can't afford to dip into that trend.
Well, I think because I'm all for like, I love the idea of if you wear the row, if you have the row piece on,
yeah.
People that are into fashion or people that are extremely wealthy or both, if you know, you know.
Sure.
Like someone wearing the row on the street and you clock that they're wearing the row, that's badass. However, I think a lot of people because it's a trend, people are like going on Amazon to try to find dupes.
But then that's not luxury.
It's not.
Right? You're just wearing basics at that point, which is fine.
If you want to be boring, yeah. If you want to have no personality.
So this trend is a snooze. Is that what you're saying?
Such a snooze. But the genius of the Olsens is they set out to create the row. It was kind of, their philosophy was more of a capsule wardrobe before a capsule wardrobe was a thing.
Wait, what is a capsule wardrobe?
Like, a capsule wardrobe is like 10 or less pieces for each season that you just have and you can wear. You can mix and match just like the key staple pieces. And the row started because Mary-Kate or Ashley, I believe Ashley, wanted to create the perfect white tee.
Yes.
That's awesome. I feel like that's something you can invest in. Mm-hmm. Like, I love the idea of limiting fast fashion. Mm-hmm. And if you buy like a really nice like slip dress that you have forever, yes, you can pay the row prices if you can afford it.
Right.
That's smart and awesome and stylish, and that's forever going to be in style.
Mm-hmm. Whereas fast fashion's probably going to fall apart in a couple of years.
Yeah. Or like a nice pair of trousers. Like, I get it, but I think this is like an inconspicuous way. It's just like fast fashion with like a bow, and also with a lot of, I think that a lot of people, I don't want to be so, okay, I'm going to run something by you.
Okay.
I think a lot of people that are promoting quiet luxury as a trend are maybe doing some racist. Like, there's some racist undertones. I'm just saying. They're promoting like this beige, like the vanilla girl micro trend on
what is that?
The internet. Well, they like, you know, there's like mood boards of like caramel sweaters and like blonde white girls.
This is like a white girl trend. It is very boring. Like,
also, you want to look like old money, which fair. I get the idea, but like nothing's wrong with new money. That's totally taking like people of color out of the equation.
Okay. Sorry. I was just like trying to wrap my mind around what new money and old money. Okay.
Well, it's coded, I think. And I think that like old money is not attainable. I can understand like the idea of like really liking stealth wealth and like, ooh, just being low key, because we are in a recession, gonna hit a recession soon, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like a reflection of the times, but I also do think it's coded and it's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Like, we're going back to like the Gilded Age where people are like super classist and
yeah, there is this element of like, I don't know, like it definitely feels like an exclusive trend of sorts. Like, I don't know, like you kind of have to have money to really fully participate.
Well, and you should only be fully participating if you're going to participate. It seems like such a poser thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, I get wearing basics, but like it's not like we're going to remember this trend. Like, quiet luxury is something you could do every day if you do have money and you're living that lifestyle.
Or you could emulate it.
Yeah.
You know, you buy like the row slip dress, right?
Yeah.
You spend a lot of hard-earned, you know, you're pairing it with certain things. Quiet luxury. That's like stealth wealth. That's like a flex.
Yeah.
But once it becomes a trend.
Yeah, it's like, why are we talking about it? Why is it a trend? I'm sure we'll move on to the next thing eventually,
True.
Right?
Yeah.
What is the next thing gonna be?
I just love an idea of like reverence for clothing. And I feel like this is just a way to be boring.
I agree. I mean, there's nothing that exciting. The most exciting thing I saw, there's like this like tank top that it's like a white tank top with like, I don't know if it's like plastic pieces or something to make it look like there's like, not crystals, but like shimmery, like gem looking. I don't know. It just looks something futuristic. So that looks kind of cool. But like a lot of things I wasn't like super. I'm like, wait, a pair of jeans?
Like from the row or just in general?
Just in general. But the row, I mean, the row has nice clothes.
I love the row.
Like there's like a pair of trousers that I'm like, oh, those are actually really nice. But you know, I think in general, just the trend, it doesn't excite me.
For sure. It's not supposed to excite you. It's like, I feel like it's like certain, and I get like TikTok is full of people like our age and younger, but it's like quiet luxury. It's like people that just discovered quality pieces.
Yeah.
It's like they've just stumbled upon this. They're like this revolutionary idea, a nice pair of trousers. And you're like, you should probably have one of those.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you Sophia Richie. The truth is, you're not going to ever be Sophia Richie.
They need a dose of reality. Nikki, I love your hot takes.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound really shitty.
No, I mean, I think you have a point.
But I think the Olsen twins are genius still.
Yeah. They're not really in your face about anything. They didn't really want to be, when they made this brand, the row, they didn't put their names like on it, like, and, you know, like they wanted to be kind of in the background, like just let the clothes speak for themselves. So,
and that's what we should be emulating.
Yeah.
They took their dual star straight to DVD shampoo and conditioner Walmart money and made the row.
They were only 18 too when they made the row, right?
Yeah. That's on that. Also, the Olsen twins are new money.
Yeah. They worked hard.
They did. From like being a baby. They didn't, against their will, arguably. Their parents weren't like aristocrats. They were just a family of blonde, tan people from California with a dream.
With a dream.
To milk their kids. No, I don't know. They seem fine.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. I always feel like a little skeptical about child actors, like how they got there. Like I get that we probably need some child actors in, you know, to make, you know, sense of stories, I guess, that are written.
Yeah.
But like I always have like a weird, like, what was going through the parents' mind? You know, because there's always that chance that Hollywood could fuck them up. I don't know.
For sure. I think, I don't know. I feel like being a child star is so complicated because you've heard so many bad stories.
Yeah.
But, you know, the Olsen twins turned out okay.
They're okay. You know.
Macaulay Culkin now is okay.
He's okay now. Yeah.
You know, some people go through a weird journey and it's probably not the most ideal thing. But I'm not a parent. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've just
also not a child actor.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, speaking on the Olsens, just in general.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm so sorry. Back up this truck. I went on my beep beep. I went on my hot take rant about quiet luxury. What are your thoughts on the trend?
They're very similar. I'm honestly surprised, like, at your thoughts, because, like, I thought I'd be the one to be like, I don't know about this trend, because, like, I feel kind of like, okay, you know, I love trends. I love participate. I don't know. It's fun when you hop on a trend sometimes and just feel like a part of something. I feel like, well, for one, it's not, there's nothing really that exciting. It's mostly basic pieces. And I'm cheap. Okay. I'm like, if I want a white tank top, I could just go to Target. You know what I mean? Like because they are just basics. I don't know. And I'm like, dang, like $1,000 for a blazer?
But like if you spend $1,000 on a YSL blazer and you keep that for the rest of your life.
I mean, if I really liked it and it was like my style, yes. But I don't see anything that speaks to me in this trend. Well, because some things literally are basics, which I'm like, if I want a t-shirt, like I can go, you know what I mean? Like it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. And unless I'm investing in a piece, what makes more sense would maybe be like the sunglasses or like maybe a bag, you know, maybe a Birkin. But I mean, I that's something I'd save up for. But not, I don't know.
Or you also can't get a Birkin. Well, I mean, nowadays it might be different, but like, you actually have to be somebody to own a Birkin.
I want to be like Samantha Jones.
Yes. Which I am referencing. I have the knockoff of a J'adore Dior Lucy Liu from that episode of Sex and the City.
I love it.
Which I feel like my style, I feel like quiet luxury is a very Charlotte thing.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like, even though people would say I'm a Charlotte, just because I look like...
Because you have dark hair?
Because I have dark hair. Style-wise, I'm a lot more of a Carrie, where I'm like, when I spend my money, I know I'm like, yeah, $1,000 blazer if you're going to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, I'm going to spend all my money on shoes.
Yeah. I know. You are so Carrie. And that's okay.
Even with the bad choices. I've made a lot of bad choices that are very akin to Carrie, but we'll talk about that in another episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Quiet luxury doesn't do anything for me.
Word.
Sorry, not sorry. But the row is kind of, I don't really think of it. I mean, I get it. I get how it's lumped in there in a way, but I'm also like, I think it's its own thing that it's, I don't know.
Yeah. And also like Gwyneth Paltrow's style, like that cork core that people are using to base quiet luxury off of. You're not Gwyneth. You're never going to be Gwyneth. But also, Gwyneth Paltrow, well, she's a Nepo baby.
Yeah. It's kind of boring.
I don't think Gwyneth's style is boring.
No.
I think that she is the main character.
Okay, yeah.
And what she wore to court has a lot more personality than like some quiet luxury trend pieces I've seen.
Yeah. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it unless you actually have money or you're willing to invest in certain pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can't also yell about it because that defeats the whole purpose.
That defeats the purpose. Yeah. I think people just want to yell about something, though. They want to trends are... People love hopping on trends. But
this is like, not Shiv Roy.
Are you really going to drop all this money on a blazer just to not wear it in a few months when the next trend arises?
That's going to be the best thing, though. If you are hopping on this quiet luxury trend and buying an actually like expensive blazer, you're going to have that piece forever unless you depop it. That's going to be the one takeaway.
If I buy an expensive blazer, I want it to be like Marc Jacobs or something, like something with, I don't know.
Like funky?
Something funky. Something with a cutout. Something really low. I don't know, something 90s. Something with fashion. I don't know. Something fashionable.
That's where we're in different schools of thought. But maybe I'm just bougie. I'm like,
maybe. I want to be over the top. If I spend a lot of money, I want it to be loud and proud. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Anyways, that's my thoughts.
Speaking of the Olsen twins, though, what is your favorite Olsen twin era?
I'm thinking probably like late 2000s, 2010s, maybe? Like fashion-wise?
Yeah, or just in general.
Just in general. Or they're straight to DVD era.
Favorite Olsen twin film?
It might be Our Lips Are Sealed, to be honest. Like, I feel like it's really good. Like, there's... Because we rewatched it a couple days ago.
We did.
Or yesterday. Was it yesterday?
We did watch it yesterday.
Like, wait, a couple days.
A couple days yesterday.
Whatever. It holds up really well, I think. Because, like, even I'm thinking, like, I've seen New York Minute recently, and it was good, but I wasn't as invested in the story, like, it wasn't, like, this one was funny throughout, and it was just a good time, and it's like a fantasy. I think we all have a little bit of an Australian fantasy.
I do, but I think it's because growing up, Our Lips Are Sealed was my favorite Mary-Kate and Ashley movie.
I feel like it might be their best one.
It's good. I haven't seen Winning London recently. That was another top one in my youth.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen like Passport to Paris as well. But
everyone loves Passport to Paris.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to talk about Our Lips Are Sealed?
Yeah, let's do it.
We revisited this movie, and it actually, like, is cute. It holds up.
It's adorable. It's great. It's like a comedy. It's very enjoyable.
Also, like, my memory of Olsen twin films, a lot more cheesy. Like, yes, there's some cheesy editing choices, but, like, nothing we haven't seen in Serendipity with Kate Beckinsale. Nothing.
Oh, you're right.
This is not as cringy as Jawbreaker's editing.
Honestly, yeah. Like, okay, the editing, like, got me a few times. Like, I thought it was hilarious because they do use montages a lot.
Totally. Maybe this is the start of my, like, love for montages.
Maybe. But you're right. They do it in a way. It's definitely better than Serendipity. That was, like, a mess.
That's iconic.
Yeah, that was, like, someone just kind of hit a button and was like, fast forward. Like, we just got to get this movie done. We have, like, this timeline. In My Lips Are Sealed is way more intentional. Everything is intentional. Even the storyline. Like, I know I mentioned it a moment ago, like, this movie, we watched Lara Croft Tomb Raider recently. Mm-hmm. This movie is better than that movie. It has more, it has the adventure, it has the storyline, basically because the plot is actually taking care, like, it's like they tie up all the loose ends at the end. Like, everything makes sense. You're never like, what's going on here? You know what's going on. It's spelled out for you. I get it, it's a movie for kids, but it's even as an adult watching it, it's funny. Like, the mom in this movie is hilarious.
The mom is also, like, a chain smoker, which is, like, her storyline.
Just setting things on fire. Like, every time she throws out her cigarettes, setting the trash cans ablaze and then putting out the fires.
I love it. She's fabulous.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this movie's great.
Yeah. I do too. So, like, Our Lips Are Sealed came out in 2000. It's a direct-to-video movie.
It's right here.
I have it. It has the flappy, sorry, ASMR, but the flappy DVD.
Yeah. Oh my God. Those outfits. Oh, they had so many good outfits in this movie. And on the inside of the case, they show them in their, like, 60s go-go mod, whatever look you want to call it.
Iconic. So follow Mary-Kate and Ashley halfway across the world in this Aussie adventure jam-packed with nonstop action, laughs, super spies, and surfer guys. The extraordinary escapade begins when the girls eyewitness a crime and are forced to go undercover in the FBI Witness Protection Program. Unfortunately, not even the FBI can save the girls from their own blabbermouths, as they blow their cover in town after town until there's only one place left. Australia.
Wow.
Australia.
That's a good, pretty good synopsis.
I know. Google could never. I feel like I'm usually saying, like, for other movies, including Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the worst summaries that don't summarize the movie at all. And then halfway through, I'm like,
You're like, wait, how can we say this better? Oh.
But yeah, no, this movie had a chokehold on me as a kid. This is still, like, my number one place I want to go, Sydney, Australia.
Yeah. I know. I love that they actually get to see. It's not a town. The city.
A city? Yeah. Oh my God. Are the Olsen twins, were they, like, the OG, like, Happy Madison Productions? Like, was Jewel Star Happy Madison and the Olsens were, like, Adam Sandler? Because think about it. They go to London for Winning London. Mm-hmm. They go to Australia for Our Lips Are Sealed.
Yep.
They, like, film on location.
That's so cool.
They don't get to, like, bring their friends, but maybe, I think they bring their siblings. Like, Elizabeth Olsen has a cameo in a couple of these movies.
Ooh.
So.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
Same thing.
Is Elizabeth Olsen the Chris Rock?
Is she?
Is she the Kevin James?
The Kevin James. Oh. She's made herself an acting career too.
Yeah. I love Elizabeth Olsen.
Same. I get her confused with Mary-Kate and Ashley though too. Like, they all look the same to me.
They do look very similar.
Like, just in the face. Like, I don't know. I know they're different ages, but I keep getting them confused. I keep thinking she's an older sister, but she's the younger sister.
She's
Maybe
taller.
Yeah.
Oh, the Olsen twins are so tiny. But, I mean, Elizabeth Olsen could, like, be just, like, normal height. Who's to say?
Yeah, that's true.
Can we talk the fashion in Our Lips Are Sealed?
Please.
So good. I love everything that it looks like, you know, like on Pinterest or like on Instagram, how they have like the old Delia's catalogs.
Yes.
Just like,
I know what you're talking about.
They look like off the rack, off the Delia's catalog.
Mm-hmm. All the like tankinis or whatever.
A baby tee and some cargo pants is kind of like their thing.
Yes. Oh my gosh. When they're walking the streets of Sydney and they have like those, they're like baby tees, and then they have like these jeans with like the pockets that are like leopard print and zebra print. I don't know. They're tiny sunglasses.
Yes, which rival Julia Roberts.
Yes, it's
tiny sunglasses.
It's on the same level.
For sure. They're platform flip-flops.
Yes, there's like a pair of green ones, a pair of orange ones, all the sarongs, all the paisley.
I felt very seen, but I'm also like, maybe this really influenced my fashion sense in such a way.
I think it's influenced mine as well.
I love the look when because they're in the witness protection program, and Ashley is wearing this like crocheted hat and like brown tank top, which kind of looks like, a lot of these do look like Bella Hadid, like out and about.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
Maybe Bella Hadid was also an Olsen twin girly.
I bet she was.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or they're like long Meg Ryan-esque haircuts.
I know, that did really remind me of Meg Ryan, the way her hair like flips out.
So 2000, 2001.
I love that.
I want that.
Yeah, I love seeing their platform flip-floppies, and I love that look. Like, again, the yacht party look.
The 60s.
The 60s. Yeah.
I do too. Some go-go boots. They're rocking some go-go boots.
I know.
Why? Because it's a 60s theme, and everyone else, all the Aussies on the yacht are like low-key 60s, and they're like, we're going to show out.
Yeah. And like head to toe, I want to steal that look where like, I don't know which girl it is. Like in this movie, it's a little confusing too, because they also go by different like fake names that they also get backwards. So I can't keep track of who is who. But so I don't know which one. I don't know if it's Abby
Maddie?
or Matt. Is it
Abby Maddie?
Agnes?
No. That's another girl. That's one of the Australian girls. There's like 10,000 Sheilas.
Yeah, but they get their names all mixed. It's like, it's a little confusing. But she lays on the back of the boat and she has this outfit that's like paisley, head to toe. It's like a tank that's kind of sheer. It's like,
I know which one you're talking about.
I just love the colors too. It's like a lot of greens and oranges. And then she has like the green, I think it's green flip-flops that are platform. There's so many like outfits in really short moments in this film too. Like there's one outfit that one of the girls wears and she's talking to the fisherman and she has like an orange head, like a bandana situation, and the orange platform flip-flops. Like it's like really cute outfit, but it's only there for like a couple of seconds.
Do you remember bandanas being like the moment?
Yeah.
Like I had so many headband bandanas where they weren't like you have to tie behind your head. It was just like you plop them on. And they were just like bandanas.
I wish I could wear a bandana.
Can. It's not too late.
My head's too tiny.
Get one of the headbands. We got to bring those back.
Yeah.
Because then you could wear a bandana.
Yes.
My favorite part of this movie, Brie.
Yeah.
Is the whole Diet Coke can trick.
Yeah.
Where they take like the Diet Coke and like crush it on their heads. And that gets them in with the popular crowd.
I love that is what gets them in.
Because that's the coolest thing. Always wanted to do it. Always wanted to reference it.
All right.
Bam. Oh. No, that would hurt.
Yeah.
I
Plus
know
we'd have to empty this can and that'd be sad.
For sure. That's a collector's.
Not the collector's can.
Also, okay. Can we do a really quick 2000s reference check?
Okay.
So these are the ones I've clocked in the movie Our Lips Are Sealed. they have mentioned and referenced The Sopranos for the bad guys, Ally McBeal, Mini-Me.
Yes.
And there's a point where one of the girls says, "Go Titanic on you." And
I loved that.
There's a reference, a very explicit reference on the yacht to Titanic.
That really cracked me up when the girls are like on the edge of the boat living their best lives. There's like this dramatic music playing and one of them is like this. They're both on. Yeah, it's so funny.
I think the funniest part of that too is they have it from a different angle. So they show that joke or like that reference and then they like show it from a different angle,
just like in the Titanic. Like, I don't know if it's exactly frame by frame, but there's a close-up, there's a zoom out, there's from the other side of the boat, you know, like you get the whole picture. It's so funny.
Peak comedy.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Oh god.
Oh, were you gonna say favorite scenes or
favorite scenes and the boys? That's what I was gonna talk about.
Oh, okay.
But what are your favorite scenes?
I really enjoyed just the montage of them like blowing their cover. It lasts a really long time for a montage. It's like they go to all these states and then we see like the FBI agents getting annoyed with them.
Which one of them is Willie Garson, Stanford?
Yes.
From Sex and the City.
I love that. I love how he has the Stanford glasses as well. Like
he does.
He just looks like straight up Stanford. And he says something like, "Oh man, maybe I should have got into ladies' shoes," which I think is really funny. I'm like, is this the backstory of Stanford? Is this, I don't know.
I like to believe it.
Is this like, can this
just parallel
the universes? Yeah, I don't know.
Because like Stanford, I know he like comes from money. Because there's like that episode where Carrie tries to be his like girlfriend to get the inheritance from his grandma.
Oh yeah.
What I guess Stanford could have gotten cut out of the will. Like he's cut off. He is like, you know what? Carrie can hook me up at Manolo's. Blonde. I can like sell some shoes, or I can be an FBI agent. This is like a parallel universe.
This is when he chooses like the FBI.
It's just like one, it's like one universe.
I like it. But yeah, that sends me like when they get to like Amish country and they're like, oh man, they're looking around. There's nothing to do. Like people are just playing rock, paper, scissors and the fashion is not it. And they're like, attention everyone. We're in the women's protection program.
Is this us?
Yes.
The whole time. The blabbermouth quality is so us. And then us like to get out of things blabbermouthing.
Yep. I feel like we've been there. I mean, maybe not in that same, like we haven't been in the witness protection program. Oops. Or no.
That you know of.
Yeah.
My favorite, I love when they go to Luna Park with the surfer boys and they're like just having fun in that montage with the punk version of 99 Red Balloons.
Yes, I love that version of that song. It's so fun.
I also love the dramatic scene where you were talking about where she like lays on the yacht and there's like some like not Sarah McLachlan but like some Lilith Fair style like knockoff music.
Yes.
And also, I love, what was I going to say? Oh, I love the part when the surfer boys take them to like climb the bridge.
Yes.
And you can see the Sydney Opera House.
They're just living a fantasy. Running off with the surfing boys, which is like a no-no, I guess, because for some reason they're not popular. I don't understand this. I don't know if anyone from Australia could explain.
I know. Where I come from, blonde surfer teenage boys are like the thing. So
yeah, I don't get it. I get that they're like, I get that in the movie though, maybe it's like choosing the non-popular.
They are
guy, like
kind of like the Nikki and Brie. They're like off by themselves and they're like,
yeah. I don't get this either. Like why the popular kids are threatened by these two dudes. It's literally two boys surfing and they're like, you can't do that here. Like, this is our beach. And
they're like keeping to themselves.
Yeah. They're only two people as well. They're not taking over the whole beach. It's not like there's a whole gaggle of surfing boys. There might be one other surfing guy.
Maybe. But I think they're threatened because they don't care about fitting into like social hierarchy.
And that's why they're cool.
That is why they're the coolest people in the movie.
Yeah.
I would say they're kind of cooler than Mary-Kate and Ashley, arguably.
Definitely.
They're all for individualism.
Even though, is it Ashley? Is it Mary-Kate? One of them can really throw a boomerang.
That's true. Points for her.
Yeah.
The style and the points for her. But, oh, and there's always a dance party at the end, which is a vibe.
I love that. I love how everyone just comes together at the end. You know, the bad guys, or the bad guys that are turned good, which really sends me that, like, there's this journey of these two henchmen, and they kind of, like, they have to go after them to find this diamond that they somehow, the girls,
they witness. That's like the thing that they witness that gets them into the witness protection program.
oh yeah, the Neil diamond.
Like the burglary of it, and they have it on them the whole time.
Yeah.
Simple plot, plain and simple. That should
plain
have
and
been
simp.
Lara Croft Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, they could have just had one gem. But I love how, like, when the bad guys find them, they set up, like, this booby trap, and they capture them, and then they, like, help them, like, these bad guys, they help them with their website eventually. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
It's just funny.
it's fun. It's
Yeah.
a romp.
It's very much a romp. I laughed so hard watching this movie. Like, it was such a fun time.
It's so fun. It's such like a time capsule into the year 2000 as well. It just like it's one of those movies where it's not like Freaky Friday good, but it like takes me back to being like a really little kid, being like, what is it going to be like to be in middle school or like whatever, and like the fashion, and it was just fun.
Yeah. And I mean, there's some points to the film, I guess. Like, being popular is not all it's cracked up to be.
And they sum it up for you breaking fourth wall style at the end.
Yeah, they do. They're like, so what have we learned, guys?
Let's recap.
Yeah, I love that. They break the fourth wall so much.
So what have we learned today, Brie, on this episode?
What have we learned? We have learned quiet luxury's not that great. It's
Normcore's boring sister.
boring. Yeah. Mary-Kate and Ashley's movies slap, and they hold up.
And the Olsen twins continue to still be iconic.
Yeah.
The Row is amazing. They are the main character because they don't want
They
to
don't
be
have
the
to
main
say
character.
it. Yeah.
And
Just be the main character of your life.
yeah,
You
shut
don't-
up.
Yeah, you don't have to tell everybody.
And also, a lot of people like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates participate in stealth wealth because they are doing a lot of shady things. And if they dressed with like a ludicrously capacious bag, and if they were out and about flaunting their wealth, then you would realize that they're actually doing a lot of bad things.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, and that's on that. Bye.
Bye.
But anything else you want to say before?
Not really. Just let us know. Did you participate in the Mary-Kate and Ashley of it all back in the day?
You did.
You know?
I know you did.
You had to, right?
They've influenced. They've been in the world for about 36 years now.
They were like the original influencers, I feel.
They were the influencers. We're the influenced.
Yeah.
It's still the Olsen's world, and we're just living in
We're
it.
just living in it. Yeah.
But thank you so much for listening.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, rate and review on iTunes, please.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.